What can I do for an intro for Hyrax? How can I start this video off? Holy shit! Fragrance family, welcome to Taking a Test Drive. This is where I test drive a scent off a sample and let you know prior to purchasing or forgetting about the fragrance, let you know what I think about it. I wear them from 1 to 2 wearings depending on the sample size. With the Zoologist sample sizes, they're pretty generous. I almost get like 2 to 3 wearings out of them, especially a daring scent like Hyrax right here. That is right up my alley, by the way. But I'm going to let you know my thoughts on Hyrax and why do I have a bottle in hand? Because it's good. Duh. Now, before I get into the meat and potatoes of the fragrance review, please take the time to subscribe to yours truly. Hit that bell. I love hearing the sound of that bell getting hit. So you can keep tabs on yours truly. I'm talking about indie stuff. I'm talking about designer stuff, bargain bin, niche. You name it, I'm your source. I'll tell you about it. New releases, probably not. I'm not your guy. You're gonna have to subscribe to somebody else for new releases. So just an FYI. I'm also all over social media. You can follow me on all platforms: Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, under my YouTube handle Robes08. Talking about social media and talking about Facebook. I got a Facebook group too. It's called Fragrance Guru Nation. We're up to 17,100 members currently. And we talk about fragrances. Some people buy, sell. We talk about the YouTube fragrance community, what's going on, new releases, stuff like that. So if you're a real frag head, what you doing? If you got a Facebook group, you should be on FGN. You really should. Now, talking about today's video, as the title suggests, I am taking a test drive of Hyrax from Zoologist. Now, this fragrance is a polarizing one. It is right up my alley. You know, I'm not, you can't scare me with your fragrance. You really can't. This is right up my alley. I got a little bit left here, and I'm just gonna do that because, man, that's beautiful. Now let's take a look under the hood for some stats on this one. A release date was actually 2018 on this one, so a newish release. Concentrations extrait de parfum. The nose behind this one, I'm gonna butcher this name, Sven Pritzkalitz. The nose behind SP Perfumes. What I love about Zoologist is not a lot of the names, at least to me, aren't household names to me. I'm like, Sven. Never heard of this guy. Let's go check out. Especially when I smelt this, I was like, okay, what else did you do, buddy? What's SP Perfumes? Let me check it out. He has a fragrance called Civet Intense from SP Perfumes. Sold. If you did the same thing you did with this one, sold. So I gotta get my nose on that one. Sven, you're a genius with this one, by the way. Major notes to my nose on this one. Castoreum and boatloads of it, and I love it. We also have, of course, musk as on one of the major notes here to my nose. Okay, so I still have some of this left. Again, the dry down's here, but I'm gonna remind me of this introduction. I'm gonna spray the back of my hand, give you guys a couple sprays. Love it. There. Depleted my sample. I'm gonna open up that box because I've been waiting a long time to open up my bottle of Hyrax. So let's get into the introduction of this scent. Now, the opening of Hyrax, gorgeous. The opening of Hyrax is animalic. It's spicy and it's very dark. I absolutely love it. I am hit immediately with animalic tones. The castoreum here, this is your main player in this particular fragrance. It slowly slows down while the fragrance stays on your skin. So the castoreum really is you're gonna get hit with it and you're gonna be like, I don't know. Obviously noses that don't like animalic tones, probably this ain't gonna be your first bet. But this really reminds me, and the brand of Zoologist, really not, I wouldn't say not heavy on animalics, but this was one of those that I'm just like, Yes, this is exactly what I come to expect from the brand. But the Castoreum, absolutely beautiful. Castoreum works well with leather tones. You know, I absolutely love the fragrance, the leather-based fragrance from Mona D'Audio called Cuir. It's one of my favorite leathers of all time. Utilizes Castoreum, and of course works well with, of course, leather. There's resins back in this scent, but they're fairly restrained also. The animalic tones truly bring themselves down to show the beautiful resinous tones of this fragrance. Multi-layered as a scent. I love that. It's not just animalic funk in your face. It may hit you, immediately, but after that, it just brings it down a notch and then shows the rest of the fragrance. Oh, beautiful resinous tones. There's some floral qualities, which I like that Victor does hit every little detail. He does his research, and so does the perfumier. And the Hyrax is just an animal, obviously a lot of you and probably myself, but just trying to figure out what is a Hyrax. And Hyrax actually eat florals. So, and that really just reminds me of, okay, he's trying to hit every single point, and I absolutely love that. Victor is artistic with this stuff. I love that. And so are the noses behind it, of course. And this one also hits me with a lot of musks. From Victor's line, just like that, it feels like there's an intro, like, I'm here, and boom! Like, T-Rex did it, Bat did it, and this fragrance did it. Like, it hits you with an intro, capital letters all over the screen, and then there's the intro. It feels like there's a 1A and 1B to some of his scents, as it quickly hits you with one note with all its facets, then boom, the rest of the notes kind of join the party. To note, the LMI here is a hidden gem, giving its peppery and citrus-like quality. So very busy, very interesting opening. It is an opening that sold me on a bottle within 3 minutes of wearing. Victor can attest to that. This is my last bottle that I purchased in my mega haul, so I got T-Rex, Bat, and this. And absolutely the introduction sold me. So let's get more into the dry down. And what I get in the dry down is, once you get into the heart, the musks here remind me of some deer musks utilized in Musk Tonkin from Perfumed Empire. It just really felt the same way. It smooths out much more in the dry down as a scent, but still has some spicy kick up top. That layer of animalic still there, touches you, and still hangs around. It truly feels like that opening has so much, it hits you with so much, and it's so busy. But once you get here into the dry down, once you get here, it's still complex. And I don't want to, poo-poo the complexity here in the dry down, and that the opening is just a one-hit wonder. But the complexity still stays in this dry down. But it's so smooth. It smooths out so much in this dry down that you just enjoy. You're just enjoying the ride. I feel like everything found its place in this dry down, and it just shines for hours on end. I absolutely am floored with this lineup. I've got 3 fragrances, and these things are absolutely killer. I'm kind of scared to now discover the rest of the line, because that's where I'm at now. Now let's get into the revolver, where I talk about seasons, day or night, performance, versatility, all that good stuff. Let's start with seasons. Well, this is a fragrance that has some gusto to it. It's got some oomph to it, and that means she's made for fall and winter. Day or night, I would have to wear this mostly at night. Versatility. Well, for a guy like me, I'm gonna wear this for me. So it has some limited versatility. I can see somebody just not knowing when to wear this. They won't buy it just because it's limited in its versatility. But noses like myself are gonna really appreciate this, and they will buy a bottle like I did. Performance. Very important. The performance with these Zoologist fragrances, at least from the 3 that I've tested here, longevity was 8 to 10 hours. Very good. And projection was actually excellent, above average. So really good performance, really artistic scents, well composed scents. I'm just loving discovering this brand. So now let's get into my final thoughts on this particular fragrance. And while I'm at it, I'm unboxing this because it's been too long. This thing has been sitting I had a sample, a full sample, so I didn't really want to open it, but now that my sample is done, you guys all know what this bottle looks like, but at least now I got my bottle out. She's ready to be sprayed, and she's going to get sprayed now. Oh, yeah. Just like the sample. You're beautiful. I'm going to put you right there. I like you. So, my final thoughts. Continuing on the theme here with T-Rex and Bat, Hyrax is simply outstanding, artistic, and makes a fragrance head like myself very happy. I'm very happy. This is what Zoologist should be. Artistic, yet wearable, in my opinion. But many won't agree with me. You must be a fan of animalic scents here. Even then, if you don't like animalics, this introduction, once that animalic feel up top burns off, this fragrance, of course, shows you so much more. You're going to be met with a highly complex scent, a well-constructed scent. Overall, this release, as many of Zoologist releases, makes me look at what the noses have done in the past. That's how impressed I am. If I'm really impressed with the scent, I'm going to go to Parfumier. I'm going to go check out what they did in the past that are utilizing maybe the same notes or the same type of theme, and kind of go, okay, this is where I want to be. Maybe I'll check the rest of their stuff in their resume if I'm really impressed with a lot of their releases that I've smelled. So that is a great way, and this is what this hobby is all about. It's discovering new stuff. So the nose behind this killed this imagery, like killed it. And at the same time makes me think of how much of a wizard Victor is behind this brand. Like I'm just going, Victor, we got to be best friends now. This is getting out of control for me. Like, I'm looking forward to the rest of the releases. I got samples of the rest of the releases, but my wallet is not. If I had to give a score on this particular fragrance, well, I already got a bottle off a sample, but if I have to give this one a score, and I'm giving out 10s like cookies to Victor, guess what? You're getting another cookie, bro. 10 out of 10 out of me. Complexity, artistic. This is what an indie / niche brand should be all about. A little different, a little off the wall, goes with the picture of what I'm supposed to be getting out of this fragrance. It tells a story. It really is just exactly what a niche fragrance should be for a fragrance head like me. Sold. I'm giving you a 10. Now that you heard my take on Hyrax, I'd love to hear yours in the comments below. And it's a polarizing set, so keep that in mind. You know, you need to be, I would have to say you have to like animalics. If you like fragrances like Leather Oud by Christian Dior, you know, absolutely, that's a 10 for me. Cuir by Monoziorio, another 10 right there. Utilizing, of course, Castoreum, Civet. If you like that and that seems interesting to you, this is right around your ballpark. Now, if you're listening to me and you're like, this guy is crazy, this guy has this stuff stinks, yeah, don't try this out. But I'd love to hear your comment below, the different takes. I would absolutely love that. Now I'm going to leave you with a few takes from social media. I asked everybody on my social media what they thought about this particular fragrance, good or bad. I'm going to put those comments in the back end of my video. As always, a great or poor fragrance will make a lasting impression. Choose your animalic-based fragrance wisely. Thanks for watching, YouTube. Have a good one.